Hey, so in this video, I'm going to do something crazy and I'm going to tell you how I sold out $20 million in EtherOrcs. So, what comes to your mind when you think of the word search? I bet you're thinking of Google, right? This is called one word equity, and having such a powerful brand that people recognize you like that and know what you're about is incredibly powerful, but very hard to actually execute. And a great Twitter marketer knows how to say the most with the least amount of words. He doesn't worry about character limit, he lives and dies by it. By saying what truly matters, not to you, but to the buyers of your niche, your marketing focus sharpens into a needle, able to pierce through all the noise on Twitter, and for people to finally begin to pour into your project, and for you to be able to see those real engagements and conversions, not just the numbers. I'm going to tell you what I actually used to sell out $20 million in EtherOrcs. But first, I want to tell you the most common pitfall people run into when launching an NFT project. Story goes like this, right? They end up trying to save on the marketing side by hiring overseas, usually from India. And so this guy, promises them the Taj Mahal, but what they actually get is a bunch of like fake followers on Twitter, usually from Indonesia. Don't ask me why. I just have noticed this over time. And bot chatter on Discord, which it's really weird. It's like an endless cycle of hello, how was your day? Hello, how are you? Maybe you get a DM from this client who says, oh, hey, just give me some ETH. I'm going to retweet your stuff. I've got DMs open with Gary V. I help clients avoid the situation entirely, or if they're already in it, I can help them get out of it so that they quit wasting their money and they can actually get the results. And then some people, probably not you because you're watching this, but they go, well, if you build it, they will come. But it doesn't really work if nobody knows you exist, right? Now, I'm going to break it down so you can see exactly how this will work and why. People don't discover NFT projects through Discord, right? They discover it through Twitter. And your Twitter game will make or break your NFT project, since this is where most people find you. If you mess it up, then you've got your first kink in the hose, right? So, Twitter can be divided into two categories, right? You've got growth and engagement. So, a simple way to organically grow a Twitter is by following people who have bought a product similar to yours. This is called follow back strategy. And Twitter will actually allow you to follow 400 people per day. And so you can expect an average follow back conversion of around 185 per day. So in the first week, you can expect over 1,200 organic followers. And when I say organic followers, I mean really engaged people. I once worked with an LGBT NFT, and a very large percentage of those followers actually had rainbow flags in their description. And I've got countless examples of people DMing me. The first thing people see when they click you is your pinned tweet. So instead of a white paper, let's be honest, nobody ever really reads. I like to put a great pinned tweet that explains what we do and why they specifically, from what I know about our target niche audience, need to care. The other thing we could do is we could put a gameplay trailer or something that shows an actual prototype, because in this space there's so much BS out there that it's hard to really trust. But if we can show something, that puts us ahead of 99% of the competition right there. So one of these two should be the pinned tweet. I love to use threads on Twitter, which, being a writer for the past 8 years, is a huge strength of mine. They're actually one of the secrets to massive Twitter growth. Many people think the most important thing about NFTs is the art, but as any artist will actually tell you, it's not always the art itself, but the meaning behind it. And so with threads, we can tell stories, we can establish ourselves as a thought leader within the space, we can provide, analytics, we can really use a lot of marketing and copywriting tactics in our project. And I'll be able to show you examples of specifically how I can use threads for your project. So, for example, what we might be able to do is take a small percentage of your mint, offer it up as a premium NFT, tell a story using a thread that resonates with your target audience, and then employ some incentives to bring those people into the Discord, where through expert community management and analytics, we get them whitelisted. And so I'll be able to personalize exactly how it will work with your project. I don't want to use up too much of your time, but on top of that, you have something called a split testing strategy, which allows you to make a fan account of the real project, follow people on the fan account, see if they follow back, and then follow them on the real account so you're not wasting your 400 per day. There's a lot of things we can do actually that I'm not going to go into in this video. And you've got micro influencers, collabs, events, which I've got an incredibly effective method for, Twitter Space, and other tools that I just rather talk to you about over a Zoom call. Level two is Discord. So that's where we're bringing those followers from Twitter into Discord. If marketing is being able to pick up a chick at a bar, branding is getting her to stick around. And speaking of bars, when's the last time you've actually went to like an empty bar? Because nobody really goes and sits down in an empty bar, just like nobody's going to chat in an empty Discord. So to make sure your community stays active, I have a very, very unique solution. I have a US and Australian team. The reason we have US and Australia is you have 12 hours on one side of the world, 12 hours on the other side. That's 24 hours. It covers all times, and you're getting native speakers, very high quality. And these people are specifically trained to greet, engage, and even stay active on the voice chat, which is very important for community building. And so the great thing about my marketing strategy is that you don't even have to pay for ads. The absolute best way to spend a marketing budget is on micro influencers. I can't really reveal how it works here, but I guarantee you'll be blown away if we have a micro influencer discussion. If you've been even marginally impressed with what I've said so far, it's going to just be the icing on the cake for you. So, yeah, I can get you on Forbes. I can get you in with some of the top influencers. I've been there, done that. If you try to find them yourself, you're going to get burned and end up overpaying. And I think PR is kind of overrated because it's more about social proofing than actual conversions. So let me give you an example. So I can get your project on a New York Times Square billboard. You're probably thinking it sounds expensive, but it's not too expensive. See, what we'll do is we could do 10 seconds of screen time on the New York Times Square billboards. We're only paying for a small amount of time, but during that time, if we take a video and then we post the video on the Twitter, all we need to tweet is, hey, look, we were featured on the New York Times Square billboard. We don't have to mention that it was only 10 seconds. And so in doing so, you're able to leverage social proofing and get something really cool without actually that thing directly converting into buyers of the project. But it will make our Twitter look better. You know what I mean? It's all cosmetic when it comes to PR. I can tell you that. Great storytelling is the basis of great branding and great marketing. You can look back to the old Apple commercials like Think Different. It connects you to the part of us that makes us human. We all love stories. An NFT copywriter or marketer can do exactly this for you. For example, I actually write scripts for Max Bayer. You can see that there. He's got 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like here, you can actually see, the scripts from my Google Drive, right? So not only that, I also write for Cold Fusion. And this guy has, I think, 3.5 million subscribers right now. Very big, like general interest channel. So my very best tool is the whale chat. This alone sells out on average 36% of an NFT mint. It's an exclusive club, and to get in, you have to have at least $1 million in net worth. This is our golden ticket to the whale show. And I'm not talking about SeaWorld here. Just a quick video or written post from me will bring in at least a minimum of $800,000 in sales. Just like that. That's how powerful the whale chat actually is. And so if you hire me, it could be the last person you will ever have to hire as well. Over the years, I managed to connect to and put together the very best in the NFT space. The Avengers, if you will. If you're running a business, you'd only ever hire good people. And if people aren't pulling their weight, they're probably not going to be staying on your team for very long. So what I could do is I could fill in those missing pieces for you, save you, the cost, the effort, and the hassle of having to try to do it yourself. And you're really not going to spend any more money by doing that. That's not really the primary thing I offer. I'm really more of a marketing guy, but I do know some excellent developers, and I can get you whatever you need. I'm really here for you, especially because when you take a marketing package with me, you're getting the full consultancy as well. The price I'm going to tell you is not cheap. It runs around $40,000 for a comprehensive A to Z marketing start to finish, but can be more or less depending on your budget and needs. So if you're on a tighter budget, I would recommend you to take me as a consultant only. It's going to be a lot cheaper, and you'll only have to pay me a couple hours a week minimum instead of that, the big number of 40,000. So I guarantee you that those 2 hours a week can save you at least triple that, in losing money from these sunk costs. Not to mention the time and hassle, right? So at the end of the day, you just have to ask yourself how much $1 million sellout is worth. I'm the top Upwork Twitter NFT expert on the platform, and if you find somebody better, I'll actually pay you 1 ETH to connect me, with this person that you found. Because as much as I love to teach, I love learning even more. So if there's something I don't know, and you just come across this amazing guy, and you're like, no, I'd rather hire that guy. Like, yeah, yeah, tell me who this person is. As far as I know, I'm the top in Upwork, right? So I'm a man of quick action. I'll hop on a Zoom call with you today, not 7 days into a schedule and calendar. We can get the ball rolling and make a lot of money together. So let me know if that's interesting to you. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.